Alright guys, it's time to take the final unit out from the 4th anniversary. It's going to be AsuraAkstar, and we're going to be trying him out against the Demon Wall, which is one of the still the hardest and the tankiest bosses out there. So we're going to see how he holds up. We're going to do it with Warrior of Light for passive provoke and death immunity. He's also going to be doing things like support and barriers and all that. He's got some earth resist, a little bit lowish, but he's a tank, so he can get away with less earth resist. We're going to use Fina for all the Fina things. She's going to be healing, buffing, regenerations, etc. She can also dispel that earth resist status immunity. And it's important that Fina is on Diablos for the gravity spell. That's going to slow down the boss. We're using Charlotte for covering the magic attacks and doing mitigation. She's got earth resist, status immunity, and some decent spirit. Also, she's on Titan for the Bar Stonga spell. That's going to give us a 70% earth resist buff, which is needed for the fight. Elephant's going to be our breaker. She does, breaks, buffs, etc. And she's on Lakshmi for the stone resist buff, or the petrify resist buff, because the boss imperils your petrify resistance, and you need a buff to counteract it, or you'll get petrified. We're going to be using AsuraAkstar for chaining and DPS. Now mine is not the best geared. He's still pretty decently geared. He's using stuff like Ifrit's Claw for blind immunity because I don't have like Lena, so I need to equip for blind immunity. Blind immune, petrify immune, got a lot of earth resist. The only killers mine has is from Golem, because I don't have the stone killer materia. And Kuro's AsuraAkstar is better than mine. He's got more health, more defense, same attack, a little bit less earth resist, but that's totally fine because he's got killers equipped, which I don't have, so that'll help out quite a bit. And did he level his limit burst? He did. Outstanding. We're looking for a good clear here. All right, let's give this a try. So Demon Wall is a little bit rude because there's a lot of dispels involved, and that kind of interrupts the rotations, but we're gonna manage. Alright, so for the first turn, the boss puts up this barrier buff. This is one of those layered buffs where you can't dispel the one-turn superpowered version, but he does have a 3-turn weaker version that can be dispelled underneath that buff. So we're going to dispel him to get rid of that, even though, actually, now that I think about it, we're not going to dispel on turn 1, because turn 1, we're not really DPSing anyway. Yeah, we're going to leave it for turn 1. We're going to dispel it next turn. For this turn, we're going to do heal over time and a stat buff. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, we're going to break with Elephum. Warrior of Light is going to give us mitigation on turn 1, because Charlotte's is not ready yet. And we're going to use Charlotte to give us a good earth resist buff. Alright, and the Akstars are going to use their power up, and we're going to imbue with ice. Oh, we can triple cast on the first turn. Forgot about that. Let's imperil. And friend is going to do that. Imbue with ice, and we don't need to imperil with both units, so we'll just use him to DPS. Now, Akstar is a unit that involves a lot of setup, so he's going to be like spending the first few turns doing not optimal damage as he gets all his modifiers online. After turn 5, when he uses his limit burst at least once, then his damage is going to go up much higher. Alright, so the boss went ahead and put a attack and magic buff up, and you see this is the 2 turns of the defensive spirit that's residual from the first turn. That wouldn't be there if we had dispelled on turn 1. But this attack and magic buff means next turn, or this turn, you need to hit the boss with gravity to slow him down. So we're going to dispel the boss and hit him with gravity. Now we need a break again. That's going to make the boss move forward 1 turn slower, because of that gravity. Alright, we're going to reapply the breaks. Warrior of Light will heal this turn. And we'll go ahead and cover with Charlotte. Now we're going to use Akstar to chain, modifier boost, and chain. The friend is going to modifier boost and then just double chain. And like I said, we're still powering up. Our damage is not all the way there yet. And you see that red background? That means you slow down the boss. That means he's going to spend one additional turn before he moves forward, which is really, really, really important for this fight. Because once he moves forward 4 times, I believe, he starts using random target death that you can't provoke. And that's when things start to fall apart. If we properly gravity him every trigger, he won't do that until turn 17. And he should be dead before turn 17 if we're doing things proper. Alright, Elitham is now going to... Yeah, we're going to do an attack buff for Akstar, because his attack buff is not online yet. And now we're just going to triple chain. Now this is a pure damage turn, but we haven't used his Limit Burst yet, so he's still not at optimal damage. Let's go ahead and heal with Warrior of Light. Let's reapply an Earth Resist buff with Charlotte. And Fina, let's go ahead and heal over time and do a mana regen. Alright, so the first threshold is at 70%, which we're probably going to push on turn 5 with Akstar's Limit Burst. Oh, we got Charlotte petrified. Because I didn't cast Elitham's Petrify resistance yet. Which is fine. You can just cure it. Alright, so let's cure that Petrify. So the boss put up that barrier again, so we're going to go ahead and dispel that barrier. And heal. Now remember, the barrier, the 1 turn barrier can't be dispelled, so it's still there, but next turn it won't be there. So when we reapply this in peril, it's still there. So we're going to go ahead and use our chaining. We'll chain, and we're going to use this 99 cooldown. That powers up Akstar's Limit Burst for the follow-up turn. We got to break again because we dispelled. Charlotte, how's your cover looking? 2 turns. You know, we never used her Limit Burst yet, so we're going to do that now. Because we use Warrior of Light's... Yeah, we use Warrior of Light's mitigation on turn 1. And that actually wears off this turn. Alright, so next turn we're going to use Limit Burst. There's the magic cover. You actually technically don't need magic cover. Charlotte's here, honestly, more for her mitigation than magic cover. If we had Galoof, we could probably drop Charlotte entirely. Because that magic attack is really not that strong. But for my team, I don't have Galoof, so I have to use Charlotte for her mitigation. So here's the wall moving forward. He would have moved forward last turn, or the turn previous, if we didn't slow him with gravity. So this is a burst damage turn. So let's go ahead and do a burst. We're going to do Petrify Resist. And yeah, we've got Charlotte's Limit Burst already back online. So let's do gravity with her. Let's heal with Warrior of Light. Now we're going to use a limit. Now the goal is to push that 70% threshold right here, which we probably will. Wow, we did really well there. Akstar's Limit Burst hits really hard after that cooldown power-up. So we're going to get dispelled at the end of the turn, so buffing is not super critical, so we're just going to limit fill twice, actually. Alright, so this is going to be a regular turn. The boss did his buff. Yes, we got to hit him with gravity this turn, which is fine. And at the end of the turn, he's going to dispel. And there's the dispel. We lost all our buffs. Got to reapply everything. Alright, so we're going to pop her limit here. We've got to use gravity. Charlotte did, or Elitham did reapply her brakes. Yeah. So we're going to use gravity, or stone resist. Yeah, we're not going to dispel the boss's attack and magic buff this time, because I don't want to lose the brakes. So we're going to leave his attack and magic buff up, which is dangerous. It really is. We're going to hit him with gravity. We're going to heal the team. And because we're not dispelling the boss's buffs, we're going to go ahead and use Limit with Warrior of Light for the barrier to help with survival. Now, Akstar's rotation is a 5-turn repeating rotation, so we got to start back over. We're gonna use this cooldown, and we're gonna re-imbue ourselves. Actually, mine's gonna imperil. Yeah, mine's gonna imperil, and the friend will imbue. Now, I don't. Did I actually do the imperil? Yeah, do the imperil. All right. So damage will be better. Now the boss did dispel Akstar's 250% attack buff, which he gets from his limit burst, which is really irritating. And we don't have an attack buff at all because Elephant's kind of busy with using Petrify immunity. Because I don't have Lena, big thumbs down on that one. But it's fine. It's working out. So we're doing less damage than we could be doing otherwise. Let's do that. Yeah, we got to break again with Elephant. That's got to happen this turn. So we'll use Fina to do a minor attack buff and a heal over time. And Akstar, mine needs to imbue. We need a mod boost and we need a chain. The friend imbued last turn, so he's just going to mod boost and double good chain. The next threshold is at 50%, where he dispels this again, which we're obviously going to push next turn. Warrior of Light, do we need healing? Yeah, you need healing. Let's go ahead and pop a heal for yourself. Okay, so remember, the boss is still attacking magic buff, so we're taking a little extra damage. Alright, so he reapplied his barrier. We gotta dispel that with Fina. Let's see. Let's dispel and heal. Do I want to dispel it this turn or next turn? Let's go ahead and dispel it this turn. Yeah, let's dispel it this turn. So we're still not going to have a chance to cast an attack buff, which is annoying. So we got to re-break. Do we need healing? No, we don't. So Warrior Flight. Let's go ahead and chain first. We need a re-imperil. And we're just going to do regular chains. Do I need the mod boost? I don't think I need the... I lost track. Do I need the mod boost this turn? I don't think I do. So we're just going to triple chain here. Charlotte, how's your cover looking? 2 turns. We're probably going to push the threshold here. I think we will. Let's reapply Earth Resist. Let's chain. Push the threshold. Very nice. My guy's losing a lot of mana. Let's just drop an elixir on him while we have a free moment. So we push that threshold. So we're going to get dispelled here. Alright, there's the dispel. Right there, the dispel. He also re-imperiled our stone resist. And here he comes! Moving forward again, but we're still good. We're on turn 9, he's at half. We're on track. So he's broken. He did dispel us, so we need Petrify Resist, which is like a total wasted turn with Elephant. I hate doing that. We need Mitigation. We need Earth Resist. And let's do a heal over time. Warrior Blight will just do a mitigation for himself. Alright, so we got dispelled, so we need to re-imbue. Chain and power up our cooldown. Yeah. So re-imbue, power up, and so this is going to be a very low damage turn. This is just set up. Yeah. So now we're going to pop our Limit Burst next turn. Oh, did the boss do... Oh, the attack buff. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, we've got to break the boss this turn. Before I do anything, let me Earth Resist. I'm trying to think. Okay, we're definitely going to limit here. Let me go ahead and limit. We're definitely doing this. Very nice. Okay, so that had to happen. I gotta hit him with gravity. I'm gonna go ahead and dispel him to get rid of those buffs. Because this is actually a pretty good turn to dispel. Let's dispel him and hit him with gravity. Slow him down. Alright, we dispelled him, so let's go ahead and reapply breaks and buffs for the team. So we gotta heal with Warrior of Light. Let's do that. I love Warrior of Light. I can't wait for him to come to Global. Alright, there we go. We slowed him down, that little red beam. Next threshold is at 30% where we're getting dispelled. So Charlotte's probably going to counterattack here and get a bunch of crystals, so that's nice. She'll have her limit ready. So we just used our limit with AsuraAktars. Let's see, no buffs on the boss. But we just used our limit, so it's time to restart our rotation. So we're going to Imperil, cooldown, and Imbue. We just broke. Yeah, we just broke. So we need Stone or Petrify immunity. Let's go ahead and do that. Fina, let's give us some heal over time and a mana regen. Charlotte, let's do Stone Resist and Warrior Flight. We don't need much healing, so let's just do your mitigation heal. The only physical damage, the only actual physical damage that isn't fixed is the single target attacks on Warrior Flight. So that physical mitigation only helps himself. But I mean, it does help himself, so that's nice. Oh, that stupid barrier. Alright, so we gotta dispel that barrier. Let's dispel that and heal. He didn't... yeah, we're good. So dispel that and heal. Which means we gotta re-break him. So many dispels in this fight. Alright, so that means we need... he needs to... I need to imbue myself and do that. The friend already imbued himself, so he's gonna just chain. He's gonna reapply the Imperil instead. He did imbue himself, right? Yes, he did. 4 turns. Alright, so we actually might push the threshold here. We did. Another threshold coming in. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop a barrier so we survive here. But Warrior Blight really has nothing else to do. Neither does Charlotte, so she'll just do a heal for the team for some mana regen. Alright, so that was 30% threshold. We're gonna get dispelled again. But the good news is the boss can't dispel our modifier boost. Alright, there's the threshold, dispel on the team. Oh, here he comes! That's the 3rd time moving forward. We're still on track. So we got dispelled, we need mitigation. The boss is still broken, so we need Stone Resist. That got dispelled as well. Fina needs to give us a Resist All buff and a Heal Over Time. The Heal Over Time helps the counterattacks. We lost our Imbue, so let's go ahead and re-imbue. And let's reapply the mod boost. I don't know if we need to. I kind of lost track here. Yeah, AsuraAkstar's rotation, I mean, once you figure it out, it's not super terrible, but it is still kind of a lot to keep track of. Okay, not too bad. And Warrior of Light, what are you going to do? I guess I'm going to do a mitigation buff for you, because we got dispelled. Yeah, see, that heal over time helps out with that, ouch. With those counterattacks. And here's the death. That roof caving in is the death attack. Oh, it hurts. Double Earth AoE, and the friend is low on Earth Resist, if you remember. So let's do a better Earth Resist buff. What was that skill? Oh, we gotta hit it with Gravity. Okay, we'll do that with Fina. Oh, it's tempting to dispel the boss first, too. It's real tempting to I'm gonna dispel the boss before I do that. Yeah, let's dispel the boss in Gravity. I really don't want to leave those attack buffs up. The boss is starting to hurt really bad now. Alright, so we dispelled him, which means we need to reapply breaks. So we need to heal with Warrior of Light because Fina was busy that turn. Alright, so we need to reapply Imperil, chain, and do our cooldown boost. So this one's going to chain, and cooldown boost. Alright, hopefully we don't push the 10% threshold. I don't think we will. Perfect. We're good. Because the 10% is the final threshold. Alright, we slowed him down with Gravity. Alright, here's the death again. Warrior of Light is wearing Genji Shield. Once he moves forward again, that death becomes random target. And it can't be provoked anymore. Oh, he put up his wall on the limit burst turn? That's going to hurt our damage so much. Oh, it's going to hurt our damage a lot. It really is. Maybe we can use a 200% attack buff and help out with that. Let's do that with Elephant. Oh man, I hope we push the last threshold here. I really do. We kind of need to this turn. Please bring in the 10%. Oh, Akstar, your limit burst is beautiful. That was no problem. So let's go ahead and use a huge barrier with Warrior of Light to make sure we survive here. We're going to get dispelled at the end of the turn. We've already got heal over time, so let's just heal. And oh, no, we need to dispel the boss. We need to dispel him. So, oh, no, we can't dispel because we already broke with Elephant. Yeah, so I have to dispel him next turn. That's fine. Alright, so let's mana regen and prime. No, we don't need prime heal. Let's heal over time. And we'll use a regular heal with Elephant. Or Charlotte. Yeah, that works out. That works out. Let's do that. That way, give us some mana back. And we got Warrior of Light's barrier for these big attacks, so we're fine. And there's the death again. There's the double Earth AoE. Friend's got a little bit low Earth resist, but he's fine. He's really well geared, so it's okay. There's the dispel from the last threshold. And it's turn 16, so Akstar's rotation is now repeating, so we're going to go ahead and do... This is my Akstar. Yeah, we're going to use his cooldown, and mine's going to imperil. We need to dispel the boss first, before we do that. So let's dispel the boss. And heal. Let's break the boss again. Charlotte, give us mitigation. Actually... Oh, this is a conundrum. I want to do Charlotte's mitigation, and I want to do Charlotte's Earth Resist. I think Earth Resist is more important than her cover, because we can do mitigation with Warrior of Light. So now we have mitigation from Warrior of Light, and we've got Earth Resist. Okay, that works out better for this turn. So what was I doing? Let's imperil and cooldown, and let's imbue you. Yeah. So we're gonna kill the boss next turn, assuming we don't die here. We don't have magical cover. If he does the magical AoE, it's gonna hurt, because we're not covering it. There it is. That's the magical AoE. But I don't think he does double Earth AoE on magic turns. Yeah, we're fine. Totally fine. And here he moves forward. Turn 17. Now that death becomes random target. This is when the fight gets crazy chaotic. But I'm pretty sure we're about to win. So it's totally okay. Let's do a 200% attack buff with Elephant. My Akstar needs to imbue, modifier boost, and chain. Friend, modifier boost, and double chain. And I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the win right here. Just in case it's not, we're gonna pop Charlotte's cover now. Athena will heal over time and AoE re-raise, so that death's gonna go all over the place if we don't win here. And we're going to pop a limit with Warrior Blight for the barrier. And here we go. Got it. 17 turns. Okay, pretty good. Like I mentioned, this trial is one of still the hardest trials and extraordinarily tanky. This boss is so tanky you have no idea. So I did it with Bartz, with a really wailed out friend Bartz, off camera in 20 turns, and my recording with Bartz actually took 22 turns. That was with a average friend. Akstar, Kuro's gear was really good. It wasn't like super whale, it was definitely high end though. And Akstar is not really super optimal for that trial. I mean, he works, but with all those dispels and keep losing his attack buff from the dispels on our team, it wasn't like the best possible. But still, we did it in 17 turns, which is still really good for Demon Wall. And my gear is, of course, you know, poor tier. it's not great. I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely not great. I have no killer materia, so I have no stone killer at all, except for Golem. Anyway, there is Akstar versus Demon Wall, and we've now used all the 4th anniversary units on pretty recent trials. See you guys for the next one.